All right, there, Eds. How are we? Welcome to Anfield Road TV. Welcome to everyone tuning in tonight. If you are watching on the repeat, do get involved in the comment section below. It's me and Kev, the usual crowds. Kev, how are we, lads?
I'm good, lad. Yourself? Having
Yeah,
a handy in? Yeah, of course. Did you know? Don't you know?
Yeah. One night we'll turn up in there's a shell.
Shell suits, yeah, shell tracksuits, and
Yeah.
then I did that in 2005 for the Champions League final in Cork. It was me and a bunch of Scousers that were living over this way, and we all just jumped into the suits. It was brilliant.
Here we go.
It's really good crack.
Like the Power Rangers, lads. Hope you've all had a good day, chat. Nearly the weekend, Friday tomorrow as well. And obviously we've got a lot of shows planned for the weekend. I think for the weekend shows, if Kev's available, obviously if he's not, he will be gigging sometimes this season. But I'll get a couple more guests on as well, and I think we'll do 2-hour shows on a weekend. Treat yous. If it's a busy week, we might do one, but obviously with the football coming very quickly up the hill, we'll probably I'll do the watch longs, and of course we'll do the post match reaction shows as well for this season. And if you are watching on repeat, drop a like, drop subscribe as well. We've got plenty of new subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic, and you're absolute legends for the regulars as well. But firstly, as we will be the proceedings of the next coming year anyway, we'll go into the comments in which people do leave in the comment section as well. And I do implore everyone as well, doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with what me and Kev have to say. It's what this channel was built on, like debating, really. As long as everyone's sound and respectful to everyone in the comments.
Because we're master debaters.
Yeah, woo, records. No, we are adults. Like you can disagree with us. We're not gonna like shout at you and like block you on the channel, because that's not what we do. But what we will do is debate and have a sensible discussion on this channel. Obviously,
but if you do name call us, we'll call you for the name call and we'll ask you the reason and why you saw it.
If you call me Ballsy, I'll come and get you, because my airline's going all the way to Birkenhead very soon anyway. So let's give it a couple more years. Not quite Arnish slot though, but you never know.
I know you've got 20 years left, Jack.
Jinx it almost. But chat, we'll get to the comments and we'll get to all the live comments as well. Big up there, Panov. How are we, lads? Hope you had a good evening. Massive thank you for dropping in the comments. Kelly, obviously replying back to us, Kev, obviously, and you've all seen Kelly's from yesterday.
It was a nice long one there yesterday, yeah. It was nice to go through it.
Kelly will give it a 70 out of 100, a uni dissertation it was. It was absolutely fantastic, and we do appreciate you taking the time to obviously drop.
I felt like I needed to throw my hat in the air after.
Aye, yeah. It's I was tired after reading it all out anyway. And big up there, Mr. Owens, Unstein and Fabrizio, along with Joyce, linked us with Euro. I hate when you guys act like we made up these links. It's so patronizing.
Who's we?
Is it the collective of you?
Wait, how have we been patronizing? If I say I haven't seen any links because I haven't looked at these lads, then how am I patronizing anybody? I said it yesterday. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the reason why we be linked. I think that every single major team on the planet that's in any way of a top 6 league is going to be monitoring that player. My point was, if we don't put a bid in for him, we're not in for that player. It's that simple. We can monitor 2,000 players, but if you don't put a bid in for him, you're not in a battle for a player. It's that simple. So there's all this. What I'm saying is that there's all this bull crap that I see on Twitter going around the place about like.
I don't like
they're saying that Liverpool didn't choose to go for him because they thought he was going to him. Businesses don't work like that. They don't just decide not to do something because they think something else is happening. They'll go and if they want a bid, Liverpool put a bid in. If somebody else beats us to it, it's that simple. There's none of this if, buts, or maybes when it comes to these teams. It doesn't work like that. So if that's patronising, I don't know what it is. Yeah,
certainly Edwards and the recruitment or people running Liverpool don't certainly go on Twitter or like TikTok friends or threads or whatever social media platform. They do extensive scouting, and there's plenty of people out there on YouTube that have got coaching qualifications that go out and analyze players as well. And that's their job as well. But I don't like the way you can use whatever, but I think we should be used as a collective me and Kev are not singling out anyone. Everyone, as I said before I introduced the comments, everyone can have different views and opinions as well. If me and Kev disagree,
no, I'm a little confused with the comment because I don't know what he means by is he a Liverpool supporter? Is he a United supporter?
I'm guessing if he's commenting on a Liverpool channel, he must mean we. So
when he says we're being patronising, it means that it must mean something I said yesterday about like other fan bases saying something. I don't know what he means. You see, when people say that after a stream happens, we don't know what you're talking about in that part of the stream. So you'd have to kind of reference the point by putting in the timestamp or something like that. So that'd be great.
Owens, if you are in the comments tonight, get your comments in. Try and just obviously articulate.
Or jump on the show and tell us why we're patronising. That'd be great.
Articulate your comments a bit more and give a bit more detail as well.
That'd be better.
Yeah, so it'll be all good. But massive thank you, mate, for dropping the comments as well. Everyone's comments are welcome.
And I'm so sorry that I don't know that we were linked with Euro or whatever his name is in the thing because
Kev, get on it, lads.
It can't happen within a day that apparently we were interested. But sure, the same fellas, RNC and them came out and said Liverpool are interested in this fella and that fella and this fella and that fella. It's silly season. There is no concrete evidence of anything happening yet, and they're just saying stuff just to keep themselves relevant. I'll be honest with you, Ornstein and Co. Joyce is the fella I trust. But Ornstein and Co. are doing a little bit of Fabrizio where they need the content to keep going a bit. You know, so
X, the platform, for anyone that doesn't use X, formerly Twitter. Revenue. It's a money making. It's basically you work from home on your couch or in your office, you tweet and you get paid. It's literally that simple. People go out there and graft the backsides off. Some people just work from home.
I have a tick on Twitter. Can I do that right now?
Yeah, if you have the audience.
I have the tick on Twitter. I just have to say something controversial.
Yes, just out me on Twitter and just call me something. I don't know.
Like Marmite is tastier than chewing gum. Fight me. Yeah. Sorry, I was this modern day trending stuff there. It doesn't suit me at all.
Yeah, and then we sat 70 looking in Mikado. Probably I don't even know if X will still be around. Elon Musk will probably be on Mars or something. Or God knows. And Liverpool.
He's come back home.
Yeah, come back. Liverpool will be playing. Liverpool will be selling executive lounge suites on Venus or something if FSG get their way anyway. But massive thank you for all your comments as well. Everyone, keep on getting your comments in as well. And obviously, just a
I'll be non-binary by then because I'll be dead.
No,
so it won't be binary.
So in terms of what was I going to say, Euro as well, and we did speak about it. If everyone's going, well, why are you not speaking about Euro? We debriefed that really yesterday, and we analysed it and dissected the rumour. But
I didn't bid on him.
No, the biggest news source for Liverpool. Forget my channel, anyone's channel on social media. It's Liverpool Football Club's official channels. Once they're holding up the shirt, Bob's uncle. And I don't know, carry on the end. So all good. Russell, how are we, lads? How are we? Trent, Virgil van Dijk, and Salah will wait to see how Slot does. And if he doesn't do good, they will probably leave. Russell, can you abbreviate really what would you define as good for you? Is it a trophy? Is it top four? Is it better performances? Russell, let us know, because obviously good can be deemed as whatever you want it to be, really. But let us know, lads, what a good season would be for. What would it mean to keep hold of those players? We'll get to Trent as well, because obviously that is the big main talking point anyway. Tom, how are we, lads? Tom, is that actually you in that picture? And all the years I've known you, Tom, I was going to say that fish is bigger than you, and it's certainly bigger than me, because that looks about 10 foot. Like,
is that a fish on top? No, is that a fish on top of a counter, but his legs are on top of a thing behind, and it's like a perspective kind of thing.
Like one of those fishes that you see
swordfish, right?
Like in your grands, like those robotic fish on the wall, like from like the early 2000s or something. I don't know. It could that certainly treat you for a couple of years, that, lads, if you kept it in storage. Wouldn't sell that down there.
I wouldn't be bending over on that boat anyway if that thing is flipping about the place. Jesus.
New movie at Jaws there, Tom. Well, welcome, lad. Nice one for tuning in, mate. Gordon is not it for me at all. Russell, again, put
Squad
your
player.
suggestions in for your wingers or any other potential players. Big up there, Bush. Trent will stay 100%. 100%, mate. Hopefully. We'll get to that in a little second. Not if they don't do well as well. Yeah. McManaman was a Scouser and
He was
left.
an Evertonian, though.
Oh yeah, McManaman. Yeah, few people forget that about that. And McManaman, the way he speaks about Real Madrid, especially in Champions League finals. I get he played for Real Madrid, but it's not like he spent 8-9 years at Liverpool. And
But he was at Liverpool's. He was there at Liverpool's worst period ever as a team, ever. So besides dropping down leagues 80 years ago. But no, that was the worst period in recent history that he was at a team, and he was a superstar at the team. So I understood.
Big up now. How are we, lads? Get you on the shows soon, mate. Hope you are keeping well, mate, and I'm looking forward to doing the shows this season with you, mate. And obviously now if you're free most days at 6, I know obviously you might be busy, mate, but just let us know if you're free on 6. I'll send you the link anyway, and it'll just be me, you, and Kevin just chatting about it, Eds, like we usually do, but let us know.
No, also, there's I'm going to leave it in the chat there. There's a guy that I want you to meet about the wrestling and the wrestling channel stuff. So I leave a message in the chat there.
Yeah, good. Russell, like they have to January to be top 4 and look promising in some of the trophies from Jan. They can speak to other clubs. Thing is, Russell, the trophies aren't won in January. Like the trophies, when's the League Cup won? Start
the start, like the end of September, of October, I think.
Like the actual trophy won.
Oh, February.
Yeah, I was going to say.
February.
Yeah. So I think is Russell. It's not going to happen overnight, mate. Like I think Liverpool fans that are actually anticipating Arne Slot to hit the ground running with all of that to happen. The squad that he's inherited as well, though, Kev. We've just got to be realistic, like we spoke about a couple of nights ago. I think if Liverpool fans, certain sections of our fan base, need to really deep it, and I'm judging from my experience this season. Yes, I'll be a bit disgruntled if we lose, and I'll be disappointed. I'll be bloody wreck me mood. But I'm gonna deep it and just calm down. Just go. It's Arne's first season. It's gonna take time. Not gonna lose me rag really over the performances, especially if we can see and analyze it. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Kev?
I'm not too worried, to be honest with you. I mean, if there's a couple of years left, I'd rather they sign an extension and then make money off him if they were to leave. But either way, that time has to come an end, and it's sooner rather than later. I mean, how long has Salah been here now? How long
Salah's end will come in the next 12 to 24 months, unless he fully retires at Liverpool.
I don't know. It's just it's been a long time. I mean, when you think of it, it only feels like Klopp came in the door, but he was there for 9 years. And that's come and went. He's got tired. He looks fresher already, recently. But there's nothing we can do about that. We have to move on as a club. And I said it, and I've been saying it for the last 2 years. I am not bothered about who leaves the club anymore, because I think the club has been run kind of right, and I think we got the right fella back in Edwards, and Hughes underneath him. And regardless, now we're getting coaches in rather than managers, which is good, because I want them to concentrate on the football and who they need for the team, and then let the other guys, the stat masters, go and do that. It's a good setup. It's worked for us at the start when we came in. We kind of dropped off a bit when we lost Edwards, because if you notice, our results got worse, or our standings got worse. The players we were bringing in were worse when he left. He said himself when he left that he wasn't happy with the caliber of players that were brought in when in his time being absent. So I think he just appreciated McAllister out of all of them, really. So the rest of the guys he probably wouldn't have gone for himself, he said. So he's just being honest, but we have to play with the hand that we have. With regards to the lads leaving on a free, I can't see Trent as a Scouser doing what McManaman as an Evertonian did to Liverpool, which is leave, as they call it, on the Bosman free. But it's I can't see him doing that. Virgin Salah could at their age. How old is Virgin? Was he nearly 33?
32, I think he is. Chatler's now.
30, yeah, it's 33. Salah's around the same, isn't he? But Trent is still young, so there's another contract there.
So yeah,
so Trent could sign a new contract, get a bumper deal. That's what he's probably looking for to stay at Liverpool. And if he gets that, and he wants to leave, I don't think he'll leave after. Once he signs the next contract, he's not leaving because he's got time to go to Real Madrid and be a flop now if he leaves. But or if it doesn't work out and then go somewhere else and maybe end up back at Liverpool if you want to do. But
I get to his
we'll get to that in a way.
We'll get to Trent's actual quotes as well, something that he said at the time at being at Liverpool anyway, and they're quite telling. Like if you just go back to and analyze his own quotes, obviously the change in a period, how emotionally attached he was to Jurgen, but let's not forget he supported Liverpool before even Jurgen Klopp come in. He grew up a Scouser. He grew up being a Red, not too far away from the training facility as well, looking over the fence. He lived and breathed everything about his football club, probably more than all of us, because he was just so to actually play. Like there's one thing of us, like just a normal fan or just a fan that might have gone to the academies at a young age and not really got there, but Trent's actually done it. Like he is that 0.0.01% of every Liverpool fan around the world. Like, and that goes to show his great support for the young academy players, the facilities, and the partnerships that he's setting up for people, especially the mental health side as well. Football, it's really important for young players, boys and girls as well, that don't really get into the first teams as well. So he's an absolute scouser for that. Literally.
No, I'd go back to Russell because it's 75 million. Where's he getting that figure from?
I don't know. He's the sky.
No, but if Gordon went from 50 million, they've tried it with to Newcastle for that. He's not lit up Newcastle. He's not done any benefit to add money to his. If anything, he's dropped right down below 35 million easily. So I don't know where the 75 million, 35 million as a squad player, for the Premier League player.
Yeah, Liverpool wouldn't pay over 60 million for Gordon, mainly for the fact
they won't pay 60 million for Gordon. Liverpool will pay 34 million for Gordon. That's it.
It's the fact that it's his boyhood club. Yeah. Newcastle, yes, they've sold and done business over the last week to very much help FFP regulations and all that jazz. But Newcastle have shot themselves in the foot if they were to potentially lose Gordon in the next 12 to 24 months. They've shown their hand like a game of poker. They've went in and went, oh, yeah, we'll offer him to you. Obviously, they tried to get Quansah, reportedly, allegedly, in these news articles over the last month as well, that Newcastle expressed an interest in Quansah. But Liverpool just laughed in the face and went, in a bit, boys. But, it's... Football's a very much moving cycle in it, Kev. Like there's so many, it's like a domino effect. We all know it, Chas. Like there will be a transfer, like probably the Lenny Euro deal might have an impact on Lille signing someone, and then we know how it all works. Football, it's just all about that one big move, and then all that money gets washed within the European circle, really. Because let's deep it, Kev. The Premier League feeds the rest of Europe in reality in terms of keeping those teams and institutions afloat.
I'm just trying to understand where Newcastle get the valuation of 75 million pounds. Is that pounds, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that pounds? Yeah. Who would be if it's based there? But I can't see where they're seeing that's got to be hearsay. Like if they come out and said that they want, and have the journalist said that Newcastle wants 75 million for Anthony Gordon when he's came to them between 45 and 50 million, whatever it was.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and then just didn't do well.
Yeah, Russell. I was going to say, like to Russell's comment. Sorry, there. I was going to say, you've got are you looking forward to this season? Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, you're quickly going into the point. And fair enough, you might be right, Russell.
I think that has absolutely nothing to do with these players leaving or going.
Yeah, right. But we'll get on to Trent in a second. We'll rattle through all these comments as well. Plenty of them, Kev. Sorry to cut
if Newcastle didn't need to sell Anthony Gordon, then why are they offering him to Liverpool? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Klopp can give a pre-season, and if they if they like him, and then sign them up as well. Yeah, they're going nowhere, mate. The only player that
just looking for another club. Wasn't he just made CEO of football 4 months ago?
It's trying not to dwell too much, everyone on Twitter. If you believe everything on social media,
let's get off Twitter, like, please. Get off Twitter. It's serving you. Unless, as I said, unless Joyce Ornstein, I need those two come out and say it. It used to be Pierce, but he's been kind of left in the wayside now recently. I think all the Athletic have been left in the wayside, to be honest with you. And but if any of them boys don't say it, don't believe it. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say, as Tom said here, like probably echoing the words of many, not just Liverpool fans on
That's
on
me.
social media. Yeah, as Tom's saying, for anyone watching on repeat or audio listeners, I haven't seen much on transfers. I tend to stay away from transfer news and just accept the squad we start with. I know who I'd not miss in this season's squad, mind you, as well, as 100% there, Kev, as well.
Yeah.
Is what it doesn't matter, Russell.
I'm not going to get 75 million.
Liverpool
he'll sit on the bench. Nobody's going to pay 75 million for Anthony Gordon unless he goes to the Saudi league or something. But he won't want to go there. He's a Liverpool fan. He's asked to go to Liverpool. For all parties, it's going to work. Newcastle are going to have to do a deal with Liverpool if they're going to sell him. Simple as. And it's not going to be in there. They're not going to have the full power in that. They're just going to have to take their losses. What they might do is they might say, 34 million and maybe 7 million in add-ons if we do well in the leagues or something like that, just to kind of make them feel that way. But I can't see 75 million, any team coming in for 75 million.
You messaging Gordon's agent, not? I was going to say.
Yeah. That's just looking for the news. That's it. I'm always flicking through the news. That's it.
Right, I get through all the comments.
Jack doesn't like anybody looking down because it looks like you're scrolling to your phone, but you're not actually looking for news.
Just doing shows, I just find it very, not with you, Kev, but just when I watch anyone like YouTube.
I actually do my job.
If you're in a discussion, I think it's ready. It's like in real life. Someone's just looking down. Like you just like.
Hey, let's ready to go.
Jesus. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room.
Back in the room.
Look at me. There we go. I've had it very good, but that's one of my pet peeves anyway. But it's all right, Kev. Kev was checking the news. Big up there, Miss Melina as well. Looking forward to this season as well. Good evening. Hope you had a good day, mate. And Newcastle. Yeah, salt Newcastle. Big up there, Geordie, as well. Got a couple of Newcastle subscribers on the channel. I love you boys. The proper Geordies out there that are absolutely sound. You do get some sausages out there, but like with every fan base, even ours. Russell, how are we? Zero football, but doesn't work for Liverpool. It's common knowledge. Yeah, Kev didn't say that. Of course, everyone knows. Everyone's got Twitter and got social media. We've seen the extensive articles. Yeah, there we go, lad. We'll go into the next story now, obviously the Trent one. The main topic of discussion really this evening. Firstly, set out the foundations. Trent coming into Liverpool. Obviously, boyhood Reds, as I said before. I'm just going to read out 3 very telling quotes. And if people, or just fans in general, are still coming to this idea of he's going to leave, then we watch the last 30 seconds. So, 3 quotes from Trent at his time at Liverpool. The only change is Jurgen Klopp leaving. That's just a manager. Yes, it's the manager that Trent come in with. Like, he brought him through, he trusted him. But let's get to these comments well from Trent. Trent, first one. I'm just a lad playing for Liverpool, trying to achieve his dream. So to see a lad with my name on his shirt when I grew up, having the names of other players on my shirt, it means a lot. So, quote 1. Quote 2. The dream is to captain Liverpool. There will be goals to achieve along the way. But until I captain Liverpool, I will not be satisfied. Final one. I feel I've been very lucky when you are growing up. You have dreams of being a footballer, perhaps even playing for a club you support. I am living the dream. Kev?
Yeah.
That seemed like a fella that might want to leave Liverpool?
No, I think it seems like a fella that wants to be appreciated by a new manager. That's all that's about going on recently. There's no way he should be. Everybody's talking about this palling up thing with Jude Bellingham or whatever. But going by Jude Bellingham's recent kind of, even before he left to go to Real Madrid at Borussia Dortmund, he was very rude to his teammates. He was name calling them on the pitch. He was You know, he's getting a bit cocky. I just don't want him to see him going down that route, because as good as Mbappe is, he went into kind of a different stratosphere of his own mentality as well. And that's the problem with these guys when they get too big for their boots. They don't realize where their bread is buttered, you know. But they can't. I suppose they're entitled to do that, going to Real Madrid and all of these places. But not if you're a Liverpool player, not if you're Scouse. It just doesn't happen with these guys. You know, they don't go off and become that type of person. I don't think if you were friend or some sort of friendship with Jude Bellingham is going to change his mind to come to Real Madrid. What's he going to do? Go over there and just sit in the high life and just... He can if he wants, like. But I mean, what will he come back to when he's doing punditry? You left before your time.
And we were saying before we come on air as well, though, at the time where Gerrard nearly left Liverpool. Obviously, he was in a car, wasn't he? Like the extensive interviews that he's given, it was only until his family told him, "Don't go," like, and he deeped it, and he was like, "Yeah, what am I doing?" And he signed that contract a matter of 24 hours after it as well. So it's a different period. I think fair enough if Liverpool were languishing, dwelling 12th every single season, like a Crystal Palace or whatnot, then sound. Like, and he was like the best player in the league, and he wanted to have aspirations of winning Champions Leagues, winning league titles. But we are in that position now. As much as we all say about transfers as well, this Liverpool side is very strong. Obviously, everyone will go, "Oh, it's not as strong as City," but let's not forget, apart from Real Madrid and Manchester City, no other clubs in world football can compete with those two financially. Real Madrid are the biggest animal in European football. The money they generate, they are overinflated revenue. On the other side of the spectrum is Manchester City. You can't compete with that. But what Liverpool can compete with is giving players an opportunity. The reputation, Kev, of playing for Liverpool, if massively outweighs the likes of Manchester City, Chelsea. I respect a lot about Arsenal as well, and the fans. Like, Arsenal are a big club. The big clubs in England for me: Arsenal, United, and us. And then obviously below us, you've probably got
Everton, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, Sunderland have got plenty of league titles. And everyone, "Oh, they're in league," but they are massive. Forest are still saying, I think, from a European standpoint, for what they've done and the league title, I think they won, was it 1 or 2 league titles? But even still, they are very highly regarded around European football for the business they did in the 70s.
2 European Cups, right?
Yeah, Villa got European Cup as well. Yeah. Chelsea, what they've done in the last 20 years in terms of on the pitch, but that come with obviously a lot of money, similar with Manchester City as well. But it's one of them. I think Trent winning, and if he can win the Premier League again, he doesn't care about the La Liga title. He might care about Champions Leagues as well, but if I was in Trent's shoes, but Trent is his own man. Trent could come turn around in 6 months' time and go, "Yeah, I want to go to Real Madrid." Then fair enough. He'd have all the backing from every single Liverpool fan around the world. Trent. If it was like, but I'm saying he's not going. But if he was to turn around to play devil's advocate, like, he's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League, he set out what he wants, what he's wanted. But I think what he wants for me, or I'm just speculating on what he wants, but speaking as a Scouser or just a massive Liverpool fan like Trent, like all of us, he'd want to see Liverpool winning league titles. He wants to see Liverpool overtake Manchester United with league titles, gain more advantage on European Cups as well, though, Kev.
Yeah. That's it. So look, what I think Trent wants is he wants captain's money and captain's respect within the team as the vice captain. He wants to be known that his future is going to be future captain of Liverpool. He wants to know that all of these things are in place with the change. If he was going to go that way with Klopp, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation if Klopp was still at the club. He just wants to see that happening, and he's going to force that pretty quickly by letting the media talk. Because he's probably coming in and saying, "No, everything's a bit too kosher and kind of carry on regardless. We know our roles, we know whatever." Whereas Slot is just concentrating on tactics, on formations, on this and that. When he comes back, he wants to know that his spot is going to be like the same as what it was before, elite senior levels. Is it going to be kept that way? Because I think Jurgen Klopp gave those roles to the players, regards that. the way how the team structure works. The senior players had senior meetings, and then it was delegated down, and that's he'd talk to the handful of those players.
He's got more responsibility now, Kev.
Yeah.
With Arnie coming in, there's going to be a lot of question marks over him, and obviously wanting to see him better himself. But Trent's got a massive part to play in this new era of Arnie.
Absolutely, I mean, if Slot does go back to the way Trent and Rob would like to play, which is running up them wings and bombing the rings and crossing the balls in, then it's only going to benefit him. Is he? You got to understand with the way he's been treated at England level as well. They put him in a position where when he's on the pitch, he has the most creative stats out of all the other players that are on the pitch, but yet there's no outcome from it because of the players that are playing in front of him not making runs. Especially Harry Kane, he just drops too deep. And we've already talked about that, but he drops too deep and lets Trent down really. As I've already said this before. When Arsene Wenger said it to Thierry Henry about learn how as a striker you should learn how your players play behind you and play to their strengths so that it benefits you. And Harry Kane doesn't do that. He tries to help where he's not helping.
Trent,
he just packs the midfield.
Trent's got one more tournament in him with England. With whoever comes in, if he doesn't get selected, I'm doing exactly. I think you'll speak to James Milner and just say, I can give a bit of advice for him. Even Carragher as well. I get Carragher's era when he retired. That you had Terry, Ferdinand, Campbell, legends of the game in front of him as well. So it was a bit different. So
even when I went there, because I was looking it up, I was just making sure because I wanted to double check myself. But Michael Edwards' role as CEO of football for FSG, which means that any club that FSG take over, he'll be running their football. For all of those clubs. So it's not just Liverpool he's working for. It's not an outside source. He's working for FSG, which is the owner. So it's even higher in Liverpool than what we expect, than what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's just
and Hughes has gone back into. We all know Hughes has gone into his role, but it's but he's still the stat guy, Edwards. So he will still look at all the stats for whatever club they buy. And they were trying to look at Bordeaux recently, but then there's a problem with the stadium and how much it's going to cost for the stadium to be built, so to be redone. So the FSG dropped out of that, and he's looking at other markets to buy into.
There'll be potentially maybe a Portuguese team. Never know.
So it's
going to be one of them. Callum, Kev, do you know, or chat? Please do let Callum know. I'm guessing it would be in terms of. Actually, no. I think it was. Is it a behind closed door one, Callum? I think we might potentially see a bit of highlights. I don't think we will though. If it's a behind closed door one. I think it'd be mainly just Arne Slot getting a bit more personal with the squad and obviously a bit more intensity, really, so we can just focus, really. But obviously the pre-season games that we've got coming up on the horizon for Liverpool, obviously we're going abroad for a couple of them anyway. Bear with 1 second anyway. Chat, as I said, keep on getting your comments in. Let us know your thoughts, any transfers, rumours that you've seen out and about as well. But as I said, there's Europa League football going on here. Well, I didn't even know that. There we go. But in terms of Liverpool, Callum, for the Reds, obviously we've got Betis on the 27th of July. That will be at, what was I say, is that at Anfield? Oh no, I think that's abroad. Well, and then we got, that is abroad. Then we got Arsenal in a friendly, United in a friendly, and obviously we're playing Sevilla. The first home game at Anfield for Arne Slot will be obviously a friendly. That'll be on the 11th of August, 12:30 anyway. That will be, and obviously the first home game for Ipswich. It's only around the corner, Kev. 17th of August. I'll tell you what, chat. That's gonna quickly got round on us, really, and it's gonna be intense. I'm looking forward to the Champions League football as well, though, chat. How do you anticipate that draw to go, Kev? Like, in all honesty, it's going to be intriguing. Obviously, we've done Champions League draws in the past couple of years, even that famous one where they cocked up UEFA in terms of one of the balls where, was it a couple of years ago? Was it 2 years ago? Where they drew us out against, was it Atletico or someone? And then they reissued the draw, and then everyone was fuming with who we got anyway. But are you looking forward to that? It should be good.
I'm looking forward to the draw. I think it's going to be good. More games, more... a lot more stuff to look forward to. I mean, it's especially if you're if you're taking cold and you want to go to more games. At least more games are going to be on sale. You get more chances to see Liverpool play. You get to see Liverpool play more elite sides. and really test ourselves, the money will grow. So that'll come in, for each team, and that can help keep us in the black. So it's
going to be mad where you're going to have like the big teams. Like we're going to be having, I think it was 1 or 2 extra teams. Like the season's going to be crazy. It is basically not that any football fan wants to endorse UEFA with anything they do, because it's an absolute sham half the time. With the way in which they run certain finals as well. But that goes to every organisation recently in terms of football. All these people get paid millions of pounds and they can't even organise a pay up in a beauty, as they'd say anyway. But it's going to be one of them, Kev, like as you said, more money, more eyes, more opportunities really. For how do you anticipate the balance on and the intensity levels for the squad as well? Do you anticipate a lot more of the youngsters? Obviously, if Liverpool do qualify in the top 12, I think it's like top 12 spots in the knockouts as well. I think everyone that finishes 12 in the top 12 spots goes into the next stage. It's straight away.
The last 16, anyway. And then there's a playoff round. Is similar to the Europa League, and then the Europa League kind of set up for the conference leagues like that.
And made up that teams that get knocked out of the Champions League don't go into the competitions.
Yeah, I don't think any team that gets knocked out of the Champions League deserves the right to go into the Europa League. I think that those teams have been there on merit, and and what's the point in them playing an entire season, getting into the Europa League positions to be only knocked out by a team that's been dropped down from Champions League spot?
Yeah.
So they're knocked out of the Champions League because they weren't good enough for the Champions League. That does not mean that they get a free pass into the Europa League. So that's I've never liked that, never ever. So
yeah, chat, there's no excitement for the Champions League draw. That literally will be very soon as well. Once we obviously get underway for the Premier League footy. Big up there, Steve, Liverpool fan from Scotland. The Liverpool family is very wide. Around the world, anyway, in Scotland, in Liverpool, around the UK.
Scotland's not that far away.
Yeah. Is it closer to you?
No, Scotland's closer to you than us. Yeah. We're either side. Yeah. Scotland's probably the same distance away from you than I am from you.
Yeah, you can tell I got a D in geography there, Chad. So, sorry.
So you're going to say something else there for a second?
We're not past the watershed there, lad. Calm down. When's the Champions League? It should be in a couple of weeks, mate. Anyway, it's going to be mad. I think that will conclude this evening. Kev, anything finally that you want to touch on that you've seen in terms of football? There's not a lot today, as you can sense from the length of today's show, chat. Not going to sit here for another 20 minutes and absolute waffle, some bare wham, even though that's what me and Kev love to do, and probably everyone does love to do. But yeah, just save it ears, and I say, we'll be back tomorrow at 6. Hopefully we get a bit more news in terms of transfers as well. If you're wondering, clicking on the video, going a bit more information on Euro. As I said at the top of the show, looks like United are paying over extreme odds wages wise for the 18, 19-year-olds. Or you might be even a bit younger. But United have been there with Varane, they've been there with Maguire, spending 80 million on a centre half that wasn't worth 20 quid. Casemiro, 300, 400 grand a week for a player that was out of his prime. You got a good 12 months. But United will be United until they get their proper infrastructure sorted out. And they somehow pick out another Fergie, but that's going to be a very long time anyway until that happens. But Kwanzaa. Quickly, Kev, there. I don't get why people are asked about Euro. As we said 2 nights ago, we've got Jerome Kwanzaa.
Why are we still talking about Euro? I know that that's...
man.
honestly, they said Arsenal are interested in Euro. They said Man City are interested in Euro. They said Liverpool are interested in Euro. They said Real Madrid are interested in Euro. They said Manchester United are interested in Euro. And then they said Euro's first choice was Real Madrid. Right? So Real Madrid didn't want to pay the money. They took the money off whoever wanted to pay it. Liverpool didn't want to pay the money. Arsenal didn't want to pay the money. Because he's an 18-year-old that's played 90 games, half of which have been in cup games. So they're dead right not to pay the money because he's unproven. If he proves himself, well and good, he'll be worth double that coming up in the future. But he's not proven. I don't know where anybody's losing their head. I know there's a couple of clickbait channels out there and a couple of clickbait sites that are just, they need to make this content to make it seem like it's a drastic thing. And then they're getting on the bandwagon of going FSG again when it has absolutely nothing to do with FSG. FSG have the funds supplied. It's up to the lads below them to buy the players. It's up to Hughes to get the players. It's up to Edwards to sanction it. It's up to Slot to coach them. That's it. If it doesn't happen, it's got nothing whatsoever to do with FSG. They're staying. They've put Edwards in this place to stop them from being mentioned anymore because it's not their decision anymore. They're off trying to buy other clubs and do stuff like that. The money is available. So, there's loads of teenagers that are there. Oh, there you are. He just said it. There's loads of teenagers that are the next big thing in this. You're dead right. I was about to say something similar to that. But the only person that's kind of proven themselves a bit recently is Jamal, who's doing really, really well.
He's going to be like a diamond in the rough. Really.
Yeah, he's doing fairly well at the moment. I can't say anything bad about him because his movement's great. His work rate is great. I've watched him a lot now in the Euros and stuff. So he's been, I've been pleasantly surprised with him. But I didn't know much about Euro until 3 weeks ago. It was happening in a tournament, and then all of a sudden, because we're being linked with Mark Gahey, and I don't even think that's probably not even a legit link. No. So it's like just because it pops up with something on the screen that says, "Oh, we're linked to them." We're linked to every player. We've got 2,000 players on our list. Stop listening to it, and until they turn around and put in an offer, or until the guys come out and say, "Oh, Liverpool have put in a thing," yeah,
and he's having a medical, then
and he's having a medical, or they're always going to say these guys, if they've got no news, they'll always put up look for it and don't believe it. They'll always put up the phrase, "This club is interested in this player." That's it. That's all left to right, and then that's their average revenue sorted. The real news is happening either side of these little posts, so pay no attention to it.
Yeah, trust Edwards there. Concur with that, Tony. Spot on, lad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big up to everyone as well. Big up to Emma. I've been wondering where you've been, lad. And
you said last night?
On the show tonight.
Oh, tonight.
I know you've been busy, lad. Oh, good. Hope you had a good day, mate. Obviously, rewind on the show, mate. If you missed the back end of this. Evening, Liverpool playing Preston this Friday. Sadly, the match is played behind closed doors at the AXA Training Centre, but I'm sure someone's getting in. Yeah, someone record it on the phone or something. Even Arnie Schlott, my streamer, the cheeky blag stream there on YouTube.
If Liverpool hammer them, they'll just put it up on the website or up on the page afterwards saying, "No, we just played behind closed doors. Here's the footage." If we lose, they won't put anything up.
There we go. I believe we signed 4 players. Hopefully,
I kind of agree, actually. To be honest.
And the main thing quickly as well, as we spoke about, speaking about young players coming through in football, Harvey Elliott, I think everyone forgets that we've got Harvey Elliott. We spoke about it a couple of nights ago. If Harvey Elliott was Portuguese or Spanish and playing for another club in Europe, and he made the impact he did last year in a higher profile league like the Premier League, everyone would be waxing lyrical, going, "Oh, we need to sign him. We need to Harvey Elliottino or whatever his name is." But he's our Harvey. He's a boyhood Liverpool fan as well. Been to Champions League finals as well as a fan. So I'm made up. It's all well and good buying players, and we can always improve. And we've got plenty. We've got a big show planned for this weekend. Keep an eye on the channel for the 6th position. Chat, I want you all to get involved. I want you to come ready with your portfolio of player profiles. Pick 3-6 players that you'd like. Have a little look on FBref or just analyze a couple of data or just your general eyes that you've seen, and come to the show on the weekend. And me and Kev will pick 3. We'll try and we will pick 3 different players for one another. And yeah, we'll just talk about number 6 because it is the biggest talking point for Liverpool at the minute. But carry on there, Kev.
Yeah, no, for me, I agree with you, Jack. I'd rather we promote from within. There's a reason why we have an academy, and one of the best academies in the world is because the players are capable. Look at Conor Bradley coming up. Look, we bought Harvey Elliott as a fringe player to come in, and he's played he's quickly. I know we put him out on loan to develop a bit more when we bought him, but the following season he came in and he was playing rotation really, really well within the squad. So I agree with you there. I also believe, I like to look at Jaden Dan's last year. I hope he can grow a bit more in the team. Bajcetic before his major injury was fantastic. I'd like to see him get more game time as well and be brought into the squad. Jones, I love Jones because he's a Scouser and all of that. But
I think he's getting a coach that might actually know what to do with him. Jürgen just didn't, for me. I love Jürgen, we all do, but there's certain players in that Liverpool team, a bit like Carvalho, he refused to play a 4-2-3-1 system and play with an absolute 10, whether that be Szoboszlai in behind Nunes, whether that be Elliott, whether that be Carvalho, whoever that is in that 10. I know we played with a 4-3-3 and we changed it on Diego, but I'm wanting from Arne Slot, and judging from the clips that we've already seen, Kevin, chat, he's literally getting involved in training.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally, that's for me, I think it's common knowledge in European football, a bit like Johan Cruyff when he was at Barca, and even Pep Guardiola. You get the top coaches, even Carlo Ancelotti, Don Carlo. The best coaches really get involved in, like, it's not like you're Roy and you're bar 90 and you sat on the touchline, like, big up Roy. Hang on, I've got a little clip there. Yeah.
Now let's not take the piss here.
I certainly wasn't.
Well, I think you.
Sorry, though, you can't. Legend of the game. Apart from when he comes to us. But yeah, Kev, I'm excited. It's a good season to come. Closing point from you.
You said yourself. Who was the young lad that you said yourself was breaking through? You'd like to see him more.
Harvey Blair.
And
he's a forward. He's
a
young player, 20 years old, but he's very highly regarded.
James Danzler, you've Owen Beck that can come in. So he can start. There's no point. Like, if Simicast is going to be there, he's going to stay as backup. You might as well promote a young fella to come in and take on at least Simicast's position for a backup to Robertson. And if Robertson gets injured,
Chat said last night as well. Owen Beck. Xabi Alonso wanted him at Bayer Leverkusen last year.
He's a good player, man. He's a good young, like, he's Ian Rush's nephew as well, isn't he, or something?
I think it was Owen Beck.
I think so. Yeah. So these guys are there. Conor Bradley's come through the ranks now. He's doing it. Queven Keller's come through the ranks and he's doing it. They're doing their job. So, like, why do we need to go? And no, in saying that, I don't think we have anybody good enough for the 6 at the moment within the club. So if we're going to spend it on the number 6 position. If we're going to promote it in the other positions where we have actual talent to come in and be able to grow and learn. But at the moment, I don't want to be seeing McAllister anywhere near that number 6 role, even though he was good at it last season. I want to see Wataru Endo backing up somebody else in the middle of that park. And giving him a couple of games and rotating that way.
Is probably one of the best squad players you'll see in Europe.
I think so. I think when he comes on, it's going to be natural for him and it's going to be easy. But I think he was left a little isolated last season because we just didn't have the bodies in midfield that were going to come back and help him. When Harvey was on the pitch and you had Gravenberch at the same time, none of them boys were tracking back. And that's the games that you saw Endo being left wide open. And then everybody was saying, where do we get this guy? But then you see him for like 6 or 7 games with proper players in front of him. And I'm not saying nothing wrong about Harvey or Gravenberch going forward, but defensively, they're not the soundest. Yeah. So for me, I think Harvey grew as the season went on and got a lot better defensively. Gravenberch, I don't think is defensive minded on that side.
It's all about getting the best out of coaching.
Yeah.
It starts from the training pitch, and that's
puzzle
for me,
pieces.
It's what Jurgen Klopp should have done a lot more. I wanted to see get better performances out of Trent, because how many times over the back end of Klopp's tenure, like we all said, every Liverpool fan, whether you're speaking to your mate or your family party or in the pub or going to the game, and you're like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, what are we doing in training sessions? Honestly, like, we'd see carbon copies of like similar goals we concede or chances we miss as well. It's like, what are we doing? Like, hopefully now with Arne Slot coming in, we do see, obviously it won't be drastic, but it won't be quick, but I want to be seeing Carvalho, I want to see Jones, Gravenberch, you alluded to there, Kev.
Yeah.
I think he was held back under Jurgen Klopp as well, but like Curtis Jones. You see Curtis Jones play for under 21s. He was the World Cup playing in that 6th position. Like, you say that on X and everyone loses their head. Under the right technical manager, Jones could easily play the 6. But because he's not the flashy £100 million South American, he doesn't tick the boxes.
So, and you see it as well, like, even when it comes to Slot, his system doesn't require a full out and out 6. He requires a 3 hard-working midfielder with a backup from the wing-backs, because one of his wing-backs will stay wide and one of his other wing-backs will tuck in. He likes to do that. And if one tucks in, the other one is out. If one tucks in, the other one is gone. So, he plays that kind of setup. So he doesn't really play with a full 6, maybe more of a central midfielder, box-to-box type of fella. So that might work in Jones's favour, Trent's favour, so if he does that. What he likes to play with is fluidity. He doesn't want static somebody in there. He wants all the midfielders to get back and protect the back line. He doesn't want just one dude in there saying it's your responsibility to get back while the other ones jog back. And that was our biggest problem in the latter stages on the Klopp, is that he didn't have players that got back at the same time as the number 6 to get in the by after an attack. So I hope to see that's the first thing I want to see changing when I see it on the pitch.
Yeah, great point there, as always. Like the fluidity, under Klopp, it used to be Bobby, Mane, and Salah. Those 3 pressed, and the work happened behind them, and they set the foundations for that prime Jurgen Klopp teams anyway. And as Kev said there, it's all about having the players that are comfortable in positions on the football pitch. You look at Manchester City. I know, obviously, what to do off the pitch, whatever, but they are one of the best football teams I've been for a couple of years anyway, since Pep's been in charge. But you do watch them, and you're like, you watch Stones stepping into midfield. I'd love to see Curtis Jones or even Quansah or Gomez to just get into those areas of the pitch and not all of us go, oh, we're shitting ourselves. When they get on the ball and you're like, we can trust them. You can hear it in Anfield as well when I've been lucky to go to games. We all have or watch it on telly or whatnot. It's like the whole stadium and the whole world goes, oh, you go, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? But it's just about, I think that's the one thing that Arne Slot will bang home, will be having trust in the players and just really himself and his technical team to really just get the best out of them and start not just pigeonholing players for the sake of pigeonholing players. We've got Trent, the best right back in world football, playing him as a right back with a slight variation of the inverted, whatever Arnie wants to do. But he'll be going into that team. Well, for the first week of training, he'll be licking his lips, going, oh, bloody hell. I've got Trent in my team, I've got Robbo, I've got Alisson, Virgil.
He's going to be Gertrude for Feyenoord. That's who he's looking at, Trent. So Gertrude at Feyenoord is based off of Trent on the Klopp in the early days. And I think, if we can see Trent getting back to the positions that he was in, running up that wing, making sure Salah makes those runs, tucking inside, where Salah's more dangerous instead of receiving. Salah should just be linking up deeper in the pitch and then legging it and gone. And then the ball should be coming in that way. And he should be picking up all the spoils that are bouncing back towards him. I don't envision that he's not going to do that with Trent and Robbo. I can only see him doing it that way. I think our most important role in the club at the moment to get and to solidify is that number 6 role, whether it be a box to box or an out and out DM. I do think that we need a quicker player in there rather than more stabby, because Endo's a great player, but he's very stabby. He has to stretch for everything, or he has to do. Reminds me of Lucas Leiva, as I said to you last night back in the day. He's a bit stabby and a bit reachy and whatever like that, and it's just the body size. But he's good positionally. He's just not physically the size you'd want that kind of player to be in there at that moment. He'd be a great fella to back up, or he'd be a great fella to stick left back, because he can play left back as well. But
the best number 6s read the game extremely well, don't
yeah,
at the highest level.
Super important.
Yeah, like Maldini. I can't remember the quote, but I remember him saying him as a defender, he never went to the ground. He said the best defenders don't go to the ground. You don't need to go to the ground, and that probably similar with a number 6. You just got to analyze Busquets, famously that great legendary Barcelona team. It was literally get the ball and everyone knew exactly what to do. So hopefully we get the best out of McAllister as well, as we said tonight. Gravenberch, Jones, whoever in this Liverpool system. Arnie does the business and gets the best out of him as well. We will conclude here, chat. It's been a very good show. Get to the last comments here as well. McAllister is the best midfielder we definitely have. Yeah, I think if he stays fit, McAllister, he's certainly in the top 3 of best. He's probably in the top 3 of midfielders at this moment in time in terms of form, in terms of quality as well as age profile. And he's a stellar player, and we're very blessed to have him at Liverpool. Hopefully, defensively, we are better. Fingers crossed, Callum. That's the main thing. I think the back end of Klopp's era was disappointing, to say the least, in terms of just how easy we were to get done in behind and between the defensive lines, whether that be in midfield, and it was horrible to watch certain games. Big up there, Matthias. Good news. Liverpool legend Alan Hansen has been back on the golf course less than a month after overcoming serious illness and leaving hospital. Glad he's made it. The man upstairs. Happy days, Matthias. Obviously, everyone knows what Alan Hansen. He's an even better man. He's what he's done for Liverpool and just the great charity work as well he has done post football. It's absolutely he's a man amongst legends. Really, he is a top fella, and made up. He's back hopefully to full fitness now, which is the main thing. As Tony said there, echoing what you said there, Kev. Jay, how are we, lads? Hope you're well, mate. Get in on the channel soon, mate. I know you've been very busy with your shows, but keep them up, mate. And yeah, I'll try and get you on when you are.
Hi, Jim. Just I was in La La Land there for a second. How's it going?
Mark, how are we, Mark? There we go.
Is that a picture of me, Mark?
Getting out the shower. I don't know. Happy days there, Mark. Hope you're well, lad. Big up there, Zero. How are we, mate? How are we? Everyone's saying hello. I think Jamie might have raided me. Hopefully, Mark, can you put Jamie's channel link in there, please? Obviously, you know who Jay is. Jamie Phillips Football Chat.
Can you raid on YouTube?
I think you can. I think I've seen Jay do that. I was watching.
I didn't know that.
One of the streams. I think you can. But nice one there, Mark. Appreciate it. There you go. If you're not subscribed to Jay, he does plenty of Liverpool shows like me, and he gets all panelists on as well. You know who he is, but if you don't, give him a subscribe. Check out his great content. He's absolutely smashing it as always. Can't wait to get underway and see how it goes as well. Yeah.
I'm so bored, lads. I'm so bored.
Yes,
just hurry up, like.
Number 6 must be 6 feet or taller. I mean, Kante isn't though, but yes, it's all about.
Kante was quick though, you know. The thing with that, if you're going to be small enough, you want to be really, really quick to get into position. You know, Martinez for United isn't like the tallest defender, but he's really quick to get into position. He's really quick to get a tackle in, and that can work in your favour as well. But to be number 6 in a Liverpool side, you need to be able to hold the ball up and create space for McAllister and whoever that right-sided midfielder is, and allow Trent to run. So you need to be able to hold up the ball. Fabinho was capable of doing that. So the stronger, the better. Kind of over the long term, kind of works out well. But if like with Kante, he had a few people in that midfield as well that were more box to box to help them out, you know, rather than more attacking that we have on our side. So look, it'll come down to where we get in. I know who I'd like, and it, you know, Owen from Cop On Podcast even convinced me more the other day. So I know exactly who I want, or the type of player I want.
Yeah. So we've got plenty of shows on Saturday and Sunday as well. Another show tomorrow at 6 as well, chat. But near the weekend, as I said at the top of the show, everyone, go and smash tomorrow, whatever you're doing, and enjoy your weekend. If you don't see it tomorrow, see it on the weekend anyway. If you're watching on the repeat, please do head over to all the guys' channels as well. Everyone that's jumped in the comments as well. We do appreciate it. Head over to Kev's channel. The link is in the description as well. Spider LFC, and everyone smash. I was going to say smash tonight if you're working or whatnot or whatever you're doing. But going nearly the weekend, enjoy it, and you can nearly crack open a beverage on Friday.
I'm
night.
off the gas. I'm not drinking till I go on holidays in August. So I've been off the gas for a couple of weeks. I'll do nice. Oh, lads, if you're looking to a game tonight, I'll be streaming Nobody Wants to Die Part 2 as well, all over my social medias. If you're already following me, if you're not, you're an idiot because I'm sound.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, there we go. He's not too bad, Kev. He's so nice. There we go. I'm going for Zupermendi, 5'11". Come on, Kev. Kev's froze. But yeah, it's going to be one of them. So we'll, Palacios. Chat. I need to just stop chatting beer one.
Look them up.
Everyone, see you tomorrow. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and if you are watching on the repeat, do get involved in the comments. We'll get to all your comments and we will feature them in tomorrow's start of the show as well. Reds, see you later. Before you're putting in your nipples, then, Kev.
I am.
Oh yeah, 7-0. There we go. Well, what a way to end the show. See you later, everyone.